Hello, folks. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't have a Thanksgiving run intro. This is the first one. Apologies for being a little bit late here, but man, God damn, I'm in a bad mood, but it's not because of family or anything. It's because my little puppy destroyed my good friggin' sandals, and it's been a mess. It's been a mess. So God, I hope everybody's okay. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm a little bit worked up over that. Then I was running a bit late. I thought I had the camera powered on, and it wasn't. Just your regular Thanksgiving complaints. Oh man, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. This was something that I thought about doing a few days. I'm like, nobody tends to upload or do any type of live streams during Thanksgiving. And the way that my family works when it comes to Thanksgiving, on her side, they have Thanksgiving at 1 p.m. And then on my side of the family, we have Thanksgiving around 6-ish, depending on how long it takes to cook the bird. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can squeeze in a little bit of a live stream. Also, apologies for that last live stream. I'm going to be surrounded by family tonight, so I have to be in my best behavior. So there's no candy, there's no gummies, I have to be legit. I have to be in my best behavior, even though I'm a little bit of a bad mood. But again, it's because my puppy destroyed my good slippers. Pisses me off. Pisses me. Scarlet Witch. That's her name, by the way. Little demon, little puppy. Yes, it was Sandal Homicide. Man, they were my favorite sandals too. Threw me in a funk. No gummy bears. No. I'm around family tonight, so I have to be on my best behavior. So, geodesic polyhedron. Happy Thanksgiving, collectors. Hold on to your butts. Oh man, Hot Toys. They aren't effing around, are they? Huh? Hot Toys. They aren't messing around. Dropping Darth Revan released in Hong Kong. Do we know when did it arrive early? Let me look at my pre-order here, folks, because that was a day one pre-order for me. Darth, let me see, Darth Revan, right? Expected to ship April 2025 to September 2025. Darth Revan is almost 6 months early, folks. Has anybody been talking about that? Revan, that son of a bitch is early as hell. According to my pre-order spreadsheet, Darth Revan, it wasn't expected to ship until April 2025 to September 2025, and yet he's dropping in Hong Kong. This was one of my biggest concerns a few months ago. I told you folks, I told you kids, I go, be careful about falling down and down these rabbit holes with these other competitors as far as InArt, MONDO, HASLAB. And they're all trying to distract you. And then you think you have a stable formula. It's like, well, Danoby's is being over dramatic. And I have, according to my calculations, this, this stuff isn't supposed to arrive till next year. Well, they're not effing around. They mean business, and they mean to cook their books. Lots. That's when you need gummies. No, Keith. No. I have to be my best behavior. La abuelita. And then Titi, and then la doñas, and so no, they don't. They're from the old country. They don't believe in new age medicine and stuff. Yes, channel member. Thank you, Eric, for being a channel member. Lots of early releases. I'm telling you, they mean to cook the books, balance it. They plan. I mean, can we also talk about too the state of Sideshow and their bullshit Black Friday deals? Has anybody else been moaning about that too? Hold on, my camera's a little bit crooked here. I spent all day scrolling, and I was like, this is it? It's like the same schlock that's been sitting on Sideshow's stock for a couple years. It feels like it's a couple years. Nothing good at all. Ryan's Horizon. Happy Thanksgiving. Danoby in chat. Hello, Ryan. Thank you for joining. Hey, this is I wanted to do something special. I still feel bad for my last live stream. I wasn't in my best behavior, so I felt like, I really needed. I'm like, I'll do a Thanksgiving. Do a little bit of a Thanksgiving run here. Sideshow is blah. Yeah, it's disappointing. I'm like, this is it. This is it. Maybe Hot Toys wants to clean the plate so that they can quickly load it up with new stuff. It's not so much Hot Toys. I think it's a lot of it has to do with Sideshow. Like, how congested are their stock rooms and their shelves, right? Just overabundance of stock that they're desperately trying to mark down to 35, 45, 50% off. It's not going anywhere. And it's like, you're gonna, to me, old ass figures, when you're giving me 35%, what I'm seeing is closer to 25%. And that's not enough skin in the game for me, because they still charge for shipping. And they're still going to hit me with sales tax. And my sales tax in Nevada is 8.5. So when I see 35%, I go, no. I go, if it's not at least 45% and above, if you really want to unload, say, something silly like White Vision, 35% isn't going to do it. It's not enough to get me interested. Like old characters like that, like Sideshow needs to stop beating around the bush. Just 50%, and I'll be tempted to unload it off their hands. But yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. So it's the same tray. Yeah, Sideshow has been running the same promo for the last 2 months. Pop culture currently is 20%. It's old. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And then you have the collectors that bought most of the stuff last year during the Spooktacular that are now trying to offload it so that they can settle their debt with the incoming invoices from Sideshow, InArt, Mondo. I'm sure Jazz Inc. is always somewhere in there, right? There's always room for Jazz Inc. turmoil. So, I mean, there has to be when you're asking for $1,800 for a QC infected Batmobile. Sideshow has been delaying their releases, their own stashes recently. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Let's I want to talk about this really quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Let me bring this in here. I want to bring this in here. Can we just spend a few minutes and just talk? Can we spend a few minutes and just talk about the Ghostbusters Plasma Series Ecto Mobile? This is an act of desperation here. I don't want this to get funded. I'm a Ghostbusters fan. Folks, I traveled to New York City last year during October. I dressed up as a Ghostbusters, and I was running up and down to the firehouse, Manhattan, doing photo ops with kids. It was a lot of fun. I love Ghostbusters. I really, really do. But this here, it lacks. The longer it simmers in the crock pot, the more you realize that it lacks scope, and it's really sad because it looks really cool. Having that Ecto 1A conversion, it just unfortunately is not enough. The other thing too is the scale. I don't like it's just 6 inches. I don't like that they didn't catalog it to a common known scale, meaning they didn't classify it as a 1/10 scale or a 1/12 scale. They're just like, it's a 6-inch series. And then when you take the dimensions and you break down the math, you realize it's 1/11 scale, which if you wanted to add other figures from, what's the one that made, I forgot, I'm having a brain fart here. The one that made the Ghostbusters with the soft goods. Oh goodness, I forgot it. But anyway, those are 1/10 scale, and just the whole scale situation doesn't seem to blend in. And it's really sad. I mean, and then the price isn't that bad either. I mean, compared that we're going through some serious inflation and stuff, it's really not that bad. But it's like I don't really want it. But I'm outside the norm. I have 2 1/6 scale Ecto ones in my collection right now that are pretty badass. I mean, they're the pinnacle of perfection when it comes to 1/6 scale vehicles. I just wouldn't know where to put this if it got funded. Now, this is what I would label as a peer pressure backing from me, meaning that if it does on the 11th hour, if it does happen to get funded, I'll back one. Just because I know these type of campaigns, if you don't jump in at the $3.99 price, you'll be punished by history. And then people are going to start raving and jazzing about it. And then you start seeing it on eBay for $500 or $600. I'm like, yeah, I might as well just get one. I'll get one. I'll get the deluxe. That's the other thing too. I hate that they did that 2 SKU bullshit. I hate that. Just should have just been one. And they should have created tiers. The Rick Moranis figure, they thought they hit a home run. They thought they were printing money with the Tully figure. Apparently, no one gave a shit. So, and this ends next week. So, yeah, it's a bit sad. It really is a bit sad. Let's go to Hot Toys. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna go to Instagram. This right here. Share this tab instead. This right here. I mean, this must have caught everybody who pre-ordered this guy off guard. Seriously, this must have. And if I had to do a speculative bet, I'll bet you Sideshow will start sending out the invoices and collecting the money on this probably within 1 to 2 weeks. I'm telling you, these retailers aren't effing around. They're out to balance the books, get your money. And does this go on a wait list? Let me double check. Is this a figure that's going to sit for a while, or is it already in wait list, meaning that if you don't commit to your invoice, you're gonna miss out? Let me take a look here. I'm gonna go to Sideshow really quick here. Share this tab instead. No, I mean, it's still plenty. I thought this was a timed exclusive. What the hell gives? What is going on here? That's interesting. That is interesting. What did you say, Keith? 50% off and get rid of those damn figures that have been around for 4. Yeah, seriously, like Captain Marvel. I'm with you. Yeah, just to end on that story, 50%. Yeah, just discount it. Just discount it. Thank you, Eric. The coin is the time exclusive. Okay, gotcha. So the regular one is still sitting on there, and then the exclusive is the. Okay, gotcha. You're right, and that's the one that gave you that beautiful little gimmick one. Okay, so then collectors are gonna be asking themselves, right? And this is the part that sucks about being a Hot Toys collector during the holiday season, because not only do you have to balance, like if you have a family and you're prepping up for Christmas and getting the gifts, you then are clutching your pearls in fear, in anticipating what if these invoices are going to show up, right? And what if this invoice shows up and you pre-order the special coin edition? You going to commit, Are you going to go in your collection and start hawking things off to pay the invoices? I'll speak just for myself in general. I'm actually proud that I have not broken my where's my no nut pledge. I'm not, man. I'm very, where's my where is my banner? I thought I had my banner. I'm looking for my banner overlay. Oh, here we go. I know I had a banner. Here we go. I'm still doing good on this. No nut pre-order pledge 2024. I'm still committed to that. I'm still doing good. And the whole purpose of this was I was getting sick and tired when I would look into my spreadsheet. I use a Google spreadsheet, and I have pre-orders there from 2022, and it's just it's stupid and retarded. I go, I can't manage my collection with this amount of anomalies. Revan here would be considered an extreme, maybe a negative anomaly for me. Maybe I think I'll be fine because I wasn't expecting this guy until next year. Clearly, the pre-orders were small. This is going to be a small pre-order batch. And Hot Toys says, hey, you know, Hot Toys cracked our knuckles and says, we got it. We made them and we want to get paid. So this is what, a $300? This is this is a $300 purchase. And speaking for me, I was not anticipating Revan buy before. I'm almost positive I'm going to get charged and shipped this character before December 31st of 2024. I was not anticipating him, as I would, as I'm guessing a lot of Hot Toy collectors out there. So we're going to be thrown, we're going to be throwing these curveballs on pre-orders that are going to show up early. And is it just going to be Hot Toys? What about the other retailers out there, right? Hasbro, right? Hasbro Pulse has certain pre-orders. If you're in the 3 3/4 inch scale arena, there's some of that stuff is going to start to hit. Mondo, I've throttled my pre-orders with Mondo. I'm only sticking with He-Man, and even then, I'm just nitpicking when it comes to Mondo right now. I'm not chasing any of those little Ghostbusters action figures that they're pumping out. I'm staying away from that. I don't need the real animated Ghostbusters in my collection. No, don't need it. I've kept my distance from InArt, so I'm not being plagued by $600 1/6 scale action, you know, children action figures, right? Hermione or Harry or any of the kids from Hogwarts that InArt is peddling for $500 or $600. I'm sure those invoices are probably starting to come in or whatever, because they're always behind on something. I don't even know. Did they even catch up with the Batman 2022? Did people get those filled? I mean, who knows, right? Who knows? So it's aggressive. This is one of my big, like I said it from the early of 2024. I go, this year's going to be a bitch. This is going to be a bitch. Oh man. Oh man. Do you think pushing these releases early will cause some collectors to forfeit their orders due to 100%? 100%. 100%. Just ask Lane Kramer. He's in the chat. You know, there's people out there that just for the life of them cannot manage their own collection to save their lives. So this right here, like, I think this is bad. Look, I'm excited that Darth Revan is coming out early, but I also see it as a negative impact because I was anticipating surely pieces to come out, like the Mark III DeLorean, which I still think it's going to show up. The ATRT, the little chicken walker from Clone Wars. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's been throttled and pushed back. Like, Hot Toys makes no sense at all when it comes to their deliveries and the releases. They'll throttle certain things up to a year, and then they'll push certain things up early, close to a year. This is 6 months. This is a 6-month early release. I wasn't ready for this. I know I wasn't. I sure as shit was not. Now it looks good, right? The blogger photos. It looks badass. I'm sure it'll be USB powered. I did pre-order. I looked in my spreadsheet, and I do have the coin edition. That's the one that I pre-ordered. So I'm going to commit to it. I don't. It looks. I mean, to have a collection of like Sith Lords within my Star Wars collect. It's badass. I mean, this looks cool as shit. Plus, I did a lot of research and I read some graphic. I didn't read graphics. I watched YouTube videos, kind of breaking down his history and who he is and how the helmet became and all that stuff. It's just a cool character. I look forward to having something like this in my collection. Yeah. But yeah, make no mistake. I expect Sideshow. I'd say 1 to 2. I would say the first week of December, maybe next week, those invoices are going to start to show up. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Let's see here. But did anybody or was this something that was, because this was a timed edition? So I'm assuming that most of us in the chat ended up backing this guy. I don't know. I mean, if you're a big Star Wars fan, I am. I'm very picky and conservative when it comes to Star Wars right now. But I would imagine so. The coin edition has not been released, just a collector's edition, but I expect the coins will be coming out soon. Okay. All right. I was wondering about that because I didn't see it in the photo. So I was like, well, does the regular edition just count for everything? Does it? No. You're right, because I don't see anything here as far as a coin. Jinx Arcane League of Legends. The collector. I have him on order, but used about $90. Good for you. I think I used a coupon. I think I used a $20 coupon to get Revan. So I'm all about the coupons and stuff. So now if Darth Revan showed up early, it makes you wonder if Lord Starkiller is going to show up early. Wouldn't that be wild? Wouldn't that be wild if Lord Starkiller shows up early as a double punch to the gut? Like, it'd be cool, but you have to confess, folks, it would piss you off if we're getting Darth Revan this early, almost 6 months early. Lord Starkiller is probably not that far behind because he was announced the same day too, and that kind of would piss me off because I'm doing a little bit of traveling in December, and I'm going to be busy with family and doing some traveling. So if they're charging me for these figures and it arrives, it's gonna sit in the corner of the room until I get to it, and I hate that shit. I hate buying stuff that I can't get to it and it sits in the corner collecting dust. That's one of my pet peeves. But yeah, December will be really busy for me. Yeah, Revan, Starkiller, that'd be kind of annoying. Oh yeah, I have Revan on pre-order full paid. Oh, good for you, Lane, if you did. Good for you. Sup, James? Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Nomi. Hello. I watched all episodes the other day. So we're talking about Jinx, right? All right, I have to confess, folks, I have no idea who this fucking character is. She looks cool. She gives off a cyberpunk feel. If anything, it also gives off an Overwatch feel. I did study the photos. It looks like they're incorporating some seamless joints, the rolling eyeballs. She looks badass. The tattoo, like they're building a new body specifically for this character. So my impression is that they're not going cheap on this. This character Jinx reminds me a lot of She-Hulk, where they're taking the plunge and they're going to pump in a lot of new R&D into making this character, just like they did She-Hulk, and the overall product is impressive. Regardless of what you folks feel about She-Hulk, She-Hulk is a badass figure. I mean, she is. It is a work of art, and it's a shame though, because I was trying to scour eBay for an extra body for her, so that I can do some custom and kit bashing builds, but she's so expensive right now. She's averaging anywhere between $400 to $500 brand new. She-Hulk is expensive. She-Hulk is a 100% small batch. If you are lucky enough to get her at retail, good for you. I don't see her dropping anytime. A lot of these newer releases are all small batches, so it's tough to consider canceling or moving it over, because you know that if you do, you may end up risking. This, like I said, this Jinx Arcane from League of Legends, no clue who she is. I could admire the artwork. I can see the R&D that's been put into this. For the folks that this is based off of a game, a cartoon. I'm League of Legends. I'm assuming it's based off the video game, right? So if you're a League of Legends fan, right, is this a hit, a miss? I have no clue. Is there two? Oh, there is. And you get two heads too. There's one with, see, they're pumping in a lot on this one. An open mouth, smile, and then a closed mouth. So you're getting two heads with this, or at least the faceplate swappable. Yeah. Nice. I don't know. I don't know how you folks feel out there. I mean, is this something that you folks out there are excited for? Show. Oh, so it's not a video game? This is a show. I have no clue. I don't watch. I mean, you could put this right next to the Star Wars Clone Wars and it would go right over my head. Thank you, Eric, though. I don't get this, though. It says League of Legends. I thought this was a video game. So I was in the same boat. Watch the show. What's the show? Is it like an animated? So it's a cartoon then? Or is it a live action, or is it CGI? Oh, boy. James says, I used 100% voucher to not get Revan. I didn't touch the shop. I used a coupon and used 25 points on Jinx. So I'm assuming, Lane, that you have seen this a cartoon, right? Okay, it's a cartoon. A show on Netflix, so it's a cartoon. So, yeah, I'm probably better off. I guess I should be thankful I haven't seen the cartoon. That way I'm not tempted and wooed into pre-ordering this specific character. Yeah. I'm not against cartoons, folks. I really am not. I'm just very extremely picky about them. I don't watch a lot of TV. I did watch Doom Prophecy, though, first episode. I loved it. I did. I love Doom. I got to watch. I think the second episode dropped, too. I got to watch it. I haven't seen that. It's not a show. The show is based off the lore of the computer game. Okay, so the cartoon got inspiration from the game. That's what it is. Okay. So, but overall, I'm if Hot Toys is making the character, I'm assuming that it's a hit show on Netflix. So, kind of like the one with the kid that stretches his hands, right? And oh man, I can't think of the show. What's the kid? The little kid that he wants to be a pirate hunter, and he stretches his hands. And he rounds up a whole bunch of crew on a ship, on a pirate ship, and he runs into adventures and stuff. That was on Netflix, the live action. I saw that. That was a good show. It's pretty good. I didn't pre-order any. One Piece, thank you. Yes, One Piece. Thank you. One Piece. There you go. The One Piece for the ultimate treasure. Yes. Yeah. I didn't. It's a good show based off of the cartoon. I don't know if I'm going to be chasing the Hot Toy versions of those yet, though. I didn't pre-order them. So, yeah. I haven't played the game. Christian Lopez. I ordered the Beetlejuice playset from NECA, and now I'm scared after the whole shipping debacle. I have no clue what you're talking about, boss. Beetlejuice playset from NECA. I don't buy anything from NECA anymore. Don't send me down the rabbit hole of NECA. I don't trust NECA. NECA is, from what my understanding, is still plagued with QC issues. I've dealt with NECA in the early aughts, in the early 2000s, when I was collecting their movie Maniacs and Predators and Aliens, and after like 10 years of having all those figures displayed, they all fucking fell apart. NECA to me is trash. I know there's NECA supporters out there. Apologies, but I was there. I pumped in a lot of money into NECA, and it's the same QC bullshit issues decades later. So I stay away from NECA. Yeah, I can't. Let's go here. So Jinx, there you go. All right, so she's a popular Netflix show. This one here. She looks fantastic. Again, an easy pass for me. I don't want anything to do with this film, Deadpool Wolverine. I'm not in love with this film. I enjoyed it. I don't need another Deadpool. I have one Deadpool, Deadpool 2. I will be getting the deluxe version of Wolverine. I don't need multiple different iterations of Wolverine. I don't need those comic book versions of Wolverine that the other company, that the bargain bin Hot Toys is making. No, I don't want it. No. And we all speculated that they were going to go down the cameo rabbit hole and cash grab and exploit. And I had already in my mind, I'm like, no, I'm not going down this path. No. Again, Hot Toys is still taking my money. Let's not forget, folks, Hot Toys is still averaging close to 130 pre-orders. So I have to be picky, and I have to be willing to put my foot down and say no, because they're still going to get me on DC. There's still a lot of DC stuff I want, like that armored Batman, the iron suits. I haven't been charged on that diecast Mark II, which is coming home for the Iron Man. So there's a lot. Like, I have to be picky. I have to. And this whole X-23, I mean, she looks cool. For a glorified cameo, no. And then, to answer the question too, if it gets brought up, I don't want Gambit. I don't want Blade. I don't want any of those glorified cameos, except maybe Chris Evans, though, as the Fantastic Four. It'd be kind of cool. It would be kind of cool to have Chris Evans in the Fantastic Four suit. But other than that, nope. You guys can knock yourselves out. I don't want. There's nothing wrong with this figure. I think she looks badass. But again, let's not forget the new price point for Hot Toys is $300. Once you start adding in tax and ship, this is a $300 figure. So you have to ask yourself, how much do you want her? How bad do you want her? Maybe they should have done the rooted hair. I don't know. Something about the sculpted hair looks, it kind of gives that uncanny valley vibe. But I don't know if it would have raised the price, though. She does have the rolling eyeballs, though, doesn't she? Yeah. Wow, they really captured her likeness. It would have definitely brought up the price point, though, if her hair was rooted, though. Huh. Yeah. We finished on Jinx, but let me read this last one here. There are far better characters than Jinx in League of Legends. Hot Toys is smart to get into this IP. Gucci literally makes skins for that game. Oh, all right. So there's just something that just hasn't really captivated me, hasn't really captured me yet. So, Are we excited for X-23? Is this something that the community is really excited to look forward to? It's an easy pass for me. Again, their Hot Toys will still get my money, but no, not like this. they won't be getting it from me like this. Let's see here. Back to Instagram. Another pass. This is easy. All of these pre-order announcements, I can sleep through this. 100%. The Alien. Now, I took the kids to go see Alien Romulus in theaters, and I really enjoyed the film. But one good movie doesn't justify and defend the last 3 garbage ones that have been released under the Alien brand. I don't enjoy or like anything as far as collecting wise when it comes to the Alien IP. That goes to the Predator IP, and that also applies to the X-Men IP under the 20th Century Fox management team. They did a piss poor job of managing those IPs. And I have no forgiveness in my heart for how they butchered and just mismanaged that whole X-Men Fox universe. The Alien line with Alien Covenant and Prometheus, like it's all, to me, it's all garbage. It's all garbage. And I've never had any type of fascination towards ever wanting to own a Xenomorph and add it into my collection. It's never. Now, I did have a few of them from NECA, and they all fell apart. You'd pose them, and you would blink and turn your back, and the arms would snap right off. So I had a few of them from NECA, and this is the early aughts when they were making them, and I don't have any. I didn't sell them, or I threw them all away. They literally disintegrated. But I know that the original Xenomorphs that Hot Toys did over a decade ago, those are falling apart too. The rubber seams have broken. It's wild because those 2 are disintegrating and they look like shit. So yeah, Hot Toys is probably in the right mind to refresh the Xenomorph line. It's weird that they're going straight to Alien Romulus. I mean, I guess to play their bets, right? They could, I mean, they have their pick. They can probably go from Aliens and Aliens 1, but yeah, I have no interest in any of this. To me, this is just, it looks cool, but it's a 100% easy pass for me. Yeah. And I know there's folks out there that go gaga for this stuff, and, cool for you. If you want to build the Nostromos in your DTOF, I guess, or in your Modu case, or knock yourself out. But I think like characters like the Xenomorph, they really pop and blend based on the atmosphere or the diorama they're set in. I mean, these things really accent when they're crawling through a ship's hull or an air duct or something like that. To me, that's if I had them, that's how I would want to display them. I think that's how they would really, really, really pop. Yeah. Kaiju Daddy, what's up, dude? The Kenner Alien from 1970 is probably the best built toy from. Think about that, man. That's that nostalgia Kenner line. I mean, it is apples and oranges, but like I said, James is. I want to see Ridley Scott finish his prequels. The problem is no one cares. No one cares. I know they're diverse films, but I like them, and the story that Ridley was trying to tell. No one cares because when you make a movie like Alien Romulus that supersedes a lot of the established canon, it just that's all Fox. I know they're under Disney now, but they still have that regime still managing. It's just that's the other thing too. There's so much contradiction and the canon gets broken. It's not fun. Again, I enjoyed Alien Romulus, but even then, there's YouTube videos out there. They're like, this doesn't make sense. That'll break that'll go through Alien Romulus. I'm like, hey, this doesn't exist because the continuity error of blah blah blah. And then I hate this crap of like, well, this movie counts and this one doesn't. Same thing. That's one of the reasons too. I'm done with Terminator. I don't want any of that Terminator garbage in my collection. You know, well, we're going to make Terminator Dark Fate, but we're not going to count Terminator 3. We're going to overlook and jump over Terminator. Like, that's just, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's lazy writing. It's just, it's bad. And it gives me no reason to care. I have to care, right? Yeah, these companies are asking us, the consumer, to cough up $300 for an action figure. So, yeah, I got to care about this stuff. And the way that they've mismanaged it for the last decade, it's garbage. Again, for me, if this is what you want, if this is what tickles your fancy, more power to you. If you want to go down the whole Xenomorph, my only recommendation is just you really, I think you really do need the diorama or some sort of setup to make them pop. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to display them right next to Black Widow or C-3PO? I don't. Where are you going to put these fuckers? What, next to your in-art Harry Potter? What? What? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm trying to. Maybe I've just become so cynical at my age. Yeah, and this thing looks like it's going to fucking break after a few years. Look at these joints. Look at that. The ball joint on the top shoulder. This is going to be the same. This is going to be the same shit in 5 years. You have something like this displayed out on the East Coast next to, like, on a coastal city. You expose this to some salt air. Heaven forbid you're a Hot Toys collector and you live on the coast. This thing is gonna this is gonna fall apart. That salt and humidity are gonna warp those joints, and this thing it'll be like an overgrown NECA. It'll be history repeating itself. Just look at that top ball joint up there. It's not gonna fall apart right away, but I'm telling you, it probably is. And it's not. I mean, can you really blame Hot Toys? You want cinematic accuracy, don't you, folks? You want how it's portrayed, because that was one of the things with the director, that they used animatronic xenomorphs in a lot of shots. He wanted more practical effects. So that's why the body is super skinny. That's why the body looks like it can't fit a human being, except for that tall, gangly one, which they used that tall kid in the end from the cutscene. But majority of the xenomorphs were all animatronics, and that's how you portray that skinny skeletal, because he really didn't want, I don't want to make it seem like there's actors in the suits. So what was that? Have it fight in Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, for comic relief, sure. Put them on your shelves to fight. Okay. You get points there, Kaiju Dad. You're right. If you're already balls deep into the Predator line, and you've been cucked into getting that samurai Predator, then yes, you can create some time dilated, distorted diorama where this samurai Predator is tackling them in ancient, Japan or feudal China, whatever. And they're hunting the xenomorph. So, I mean, I guess. So you're right. If you have the Predators, you can probably get away with that. So yes. Okay. I'm trying not to. Look, I'm not on any candies today. What I want to provide for you folks today on this Thanksgiving run is clarity, right? I'm here to tell you no. You need someone to tell you no. Those other guys in YouTube land will, beat off to you and tell you that they need this shit. I'm telling you, let's sit with a clear, open mind, and let's look at the numbers and see if you can bring in this xenomorph into your collection. Again, close to 130 pre-orders from Hot Toys. There is a ton of shit to buy. You can't buy everything. And if you did buy everything, you wouldn't have any space. You would be displaying this in your bathroom on top of the toilet tank, right? With all the extra schlock that you wonderful folks out there, you feudal. There you go. It's one of those feudal Japan or ancient China. It was one of the others. I knew feudal somewhere would fit in there. Oh, there's always room for Back to the Future. Okay, another note. New Back to the Future catch upon here, Danoby. I'm going to have to look into that. I do love the little tchotchke little Back to the Future vehicles and little trinkets you would get from the gashapons in Japan. Those are fun. Not everyone is worried about tariffs next year. You folks out there voted for him. Wait till your Hot Toys goes up to what's the standard price now? $300. Next year they'll be what, $350? You know, Sideshow doesn't give a shit. Sideshow has no remorse for our feelings. They will absolutely dump those tariffs on us, 100%. You know that Sideshow tax that we all can, calculate the formula? It's about 25%. Come next year, it'll be like 35%. You watch and see. So maybe it's probably better to lock in some of these prices now. I'm reading this Ghost tab. What is it? Good thing, NECA, I'm not about screwing the customer. Yeah, NECA, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So here we go. Oh, at least look at that. At least his mouth extends. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no. Easy pass for me. Easy peasy pass. And then the whole Ryan Reynolds and another Deadpool. Again, this is kind of segueing from the X23, and I just don't care. There's just not enough variety within a Deadpool character, other than you have the burnt face. And no, Deadpool wears a mask. I mean, this is the look that you want, I guess. Cool, maybe, right? And they had to sweeten the pot there by adding the accessories, right? The skeletal remains of Wolverine, of Logan. But now this, I don't care. This is another pass for me here. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's why I've been I've been busy with work and traveling and things like that. But a lot of these announcements, like it's a big snooze for me. Like to me, for the IPs that I love and adore, a lot of these announcements like Jinx and X23 and Deadpool, it's a big yawn. I sleep through this stuff. And I've boycotted everything from this point. I'm not buying anything more from Disney Star Wars Plus. Disney Plus Star Wars, I'm like, nope. So this right here, easy pass. No. Now I do have her from The Mandalorian season 2, and to me, that's the only Ahsoka I need. I don't need Ahsoka the Gray, Ahsoka the White. Nope. I didn't even watch the show. I skipped it. The Ahsoka show, I didn't watch any of that shit. I did watch all the reviews of people making fun on how bad the episodes were written and a lot of the stupidity that they crammed into it. But I did not waste my time watching the Ahsoka show at all. No. Nope. Not when they were telling me that it was going to be like Rebels, a season continuity, continuation from that. I'm like, I didn't watch Rebels. If I didn't watch Rebels, why would I watch the Ahsoka show? So I skipped all that. I have to be real. I'm here to help you out, Ash. I'm breaking hearts. This is, again, I got to keep with the hammer and the nail. 130, close to 130 pre-orders from Hot Toys. We all can't fucking get everything that's being thrown at us. And it's not just Hot Toys. You have these idiots on the other side of the fence. You got Mondo, Hasbro, Inart, Jazz Inc. still peddling his, QC infected vehicles out there. So everybody wants your money. So you came to me and I'm here to crack the whip. You cannot get everything, unfortunately. It's sad. It's terrible. This is, yes, we're all we're arguing. I have to be the devil's advocate around the Thanksgiving dinner table. We cannot get all of this crap, right? We have to pick your battles. Thrawn's office. Happy Thanksgiving, all. Nice to finally catch a live. It's been a while. I know, since my candy situation. No, but that's nothing new though. I've enjoyed the film. I love the Deadpool film, Wolverine Deadpool. I just don't need all of those characters. I'll get the deluxe Wolverine in the yellow iconic suit. That's it. I don't need the battle damage version of him. Like, I don't need two versions of him. Like, no. It just doesn't, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. A, it's a lot of stuff to collect, and then B, I am actually running out of space and contemplating on what to do, maybe add some more shelves. I don't want to give Brian from ModuCase any more of my money, and because I hate that 1 year delivery bullshit. You know, ModuCase still fucking sucks with their delivery times. I'm not kidding. They still, they suck. They can't get their, they can't get their deliveries on time. And I'm like, I could use another ModuCase, but no. ModuCase improved time was a lie. They still take up to a fucking year to deliver their stuff. So they are a joke. They just are. They just are. Oh, has anybody been my Spec Fiction? If you guys are hitting up the Spec Fiction, apparently I was told that they're having some major deals over at Spec Fiction, and if you want to save any more money, apparently with their big Black Friday discounts, my coupon code works. I was told that the Spec Fiction coupon code does work. So if you want to grab any of their Black Friday deals, make sure to mention my name, Danoby2, and it does apply. It does stack on their discounts over there. So going through my banners here, I'm like, oh, I was told that it does stack up. So something, if you want to save any more money. I did buy, the only thing I've bought so far for Black Friday is probably the Bamboo Labs printer, which I'm excited to, because I want to start printing dioramas for my module cases. So I'm stepping up my 3D printing, and I can't wait to get that. So that'll be kind of fun. This is the Thanksgiving run. This is the first of its kind. What kind of run is this? So confused at 8:07 Eastern. Happy Turkey Day to you folks. This is the official Thanksgiving run. Here we go. Thanksgiving run. Let me see. First edition. There we go. Boom. Thanksgiving run, first edition. There you go. Yeah. Turns out that depending on where I'm having Thanksgiving at, if I have it with her family, they eat at 1 p.m. What? Or if I have it with my family, we have it, 6-ish, right? Latin families, right? Then on her side of the family, they're like, let's have Thanksgiving at 1 p.m. I'm like, what? So I'm like, well, and so there was this time anomaly distortion. I'm like, oh, I can probably have it. We can probably do a Thanksgiving run. I think it'd be fun, since most people typically don't do streams on an actual holiday. I'm like, I'd like to try that. I'm like, why not? Let me see if I can pull off a Thanksgiving run. I haven't been charged yet on my my Artisan Joker from Sideshow, so I don't know what's going on there. That was a day one pre-order. Hi, John. I've been watching your channel for years. Will you be getting the new DX Joker? I got the sculpted hair version. Speaking of the crew, I pre-ordered it through Sideshow. It's a day one pre-order, the Artisan, and I have not been charged. I haven't got any type of notification. I only have 2 Artisan figures on my spreadsheet. I did not go down that Artisan rabbit hole like a lot of you folks did. I only pre-ordered 2 Artisan figures. One of them is the Joker, and the second one is It's not Scarlet Witch. I think it's, let me look. It's Black Widow. Yes. And that's it. That's it. So I'm waiting on it. I'm 100% waiting on it. There is one thing that I want to arrive by before Christmas. And I'm like, I keep hoping to the Santa Claus of hot toys. Yeah, and like, please release it. Please. Because I'm going to have some time off in December. Please let this one particular Hot Toys item arrive so I can sit down and play with it. Please. You know, oh Santa, please release this thing so that I can have fun and play with it. First person that figures out the one thing that I really, really want by December 31st, you'll earn 100 points. Kicking out. Hello, everyone. The man, the myth, of the legend of E2. Like, subscribe. Very nice, very nice. I am having a Thanksgiving run, Nate. If you are interested, you can crash a little bit. I am sobered up. I get to live stream for another 30 or 40 minutes before I have to jet. So if you are, I'll send you the link. You can crash. You can crash for the Thanksgiving. And let me see. Mark II, no. Dewback, no. Come on, ads, really? Absolutely. I'll even create what are you talking about? You talking about the Spec Fiction ad? I always plug Spec Fiction. So Danoby, you said you don't care for the Dark Knight stuff, but you're gone and got the Joker. Can you elaborate, please? What spurred you to get the Joker? It's the Artisan Joker. It's the first one. Well, it was the algorithm changed because I had always had intended to get the in-art Joker because I speculated that it was going to end up on the bargain bin once everybody got it and then started hawking it off, and then Hot Toys came out and advertised theirs. So it was just something, well, cool. Now I can go with the Hot Toys version. I would always stick with Hot Toys. I don't trust in-art, you know. I don't know how they manufacture their stuff. I don't know how long it's going to last. It could look good out the box, and then 4 months down the road, the hair starts falling off because the glue dried out. I don't know what type of shortcuts in art. I mean, they can barely keep up with their distribution. So, yeah, I don't trust in art as far as I can fucking throw them. But as far as Dark Knight, that's it. That's that Artisan Joker that I'm getting, and that's going to be it. And yes, he's absolutely right. That's all I want before Christmas is the Mark III DeLorean, 100%. Please, Santa, Hot Toys. Please, Mr. Chan, Howard Chan, please. That's it. That's all I want is that Mark III before Christmas. So I can go out in the desert, build my train tracks, and push that son of a gun up to 88 miles an hour. It always does that. It always. I don't know why it does that. It tends to kick me off the camera feed and then I have to reinitialize it. Odd. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on there. But yes, it is. Sorry, Bro Collector. You were close. You came in. James knows that there's nothing more that I'm loyal to than Back to the Future. Most of you should know that, though. Yeah. Nope, not Black Widow. Close, though. Thank you, Danoby. Heading to work now after Thanksgiving dinner. I've sent some photos. Well, have fun. Well, we got to make sure those flights are coming in and out, though. Make sure everybody gets in and out. So, ATRT would probably be the second one. I think that would be fun as hell to have and to display and go out on location out in the desert and have a lot of fun. That would be really, really cool. ATRT. Is it really, again? Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they're having some sort of tooling issue or something. I haven't checked. I know it's up to a year now being delayed. If it's been delayed again, then we're up to 1 year behind schedule on the ATRT. So something must be wrong with the construction, assembly, the tooling. Like there's maybe they overstepped themselves. They over engineered it, and because it does look like it's top heavy, and you then have to put in a heavy action figure, a Hot Toys figure on top of it. So maybe it's extra top heavy. I don't know, but I am concerned about that piece. I go, that should be a walk in the park. I mean, they made the bark speeders. Bark speeders are freaking fantastic, small scale vehicles. So the ATRT is a great complement to that. So there's definitely something going on there. Finally got my InArt Batman Premier Edition and Aragon Premier shipped out. It's been a long wait. You see what I mean? Like it is just, they can't even keep up with their regular customers, and so why put my faith on them? So for those that do, thoughts and prayers. I really do. You got your points, James. You got your points. Iron Dude, I am a filthy peasant who only has a few marbles legends left on full, but I gave it all up. I gave up all my pre-orders to get this one. I'm assuming the Ahsoka one that's still on the screen is what you gave up. Eric, yep. Nice. What is this question? What is the best figure you've seen from a TV show that you don't like? A She-Hulk. That's easy. I love the She-Hulk figure. I hated the show. They knocked it out of the park with the Hot Toys She-Hulk figure. I don't know. I thought they did a really bang up job on She-Hulk. It is a work of art. It would have been extra points too if maybe the hair was rooted, not artisan, but like just properly rooted. They could have gone that extra effort for that. But yeah, She-Hulk, they did a fantastic job on that. They really, really did. I've had these stupid Batman legs for an avatar for 2 years now, and no armor to show for it. That's good. Shana. All right, let's go down the Instagram for Hot Droid. All right, so we saw that. Now this guy. I don't know. I do have a soft spot for Iron Patriot, but this is a comic book version of him that they still took somewhat creative license. So I understand where this specific Iron Patriot is coming from the comic book, right? This is the Norman Osborn. Is this the one that he wore? Who wore this suit? It was a villain, right? Was this the I'm gonna have to do a little bit, but it's based off the comic book. I want to say it's Norman Osborn. I could be wrong. And he did have, it was Norman, thank you. And then, but it's not the accurate representation of the suit. So I'm very, very torn on this one. I'm very, very torn. I think it looks cool. I want it, but I don't want it. Like if I hate, like Hot Toys will do this. Where they'll take existing tooling and then try to force a square wooden peg into a circular hole. Like this is what this feels like. And I appreciate that it's a Hot Toys exclusive. It's the colors pop. Like and the chest with the star, and then the shield and diecast. It looks nice. I just don't know. It's a Mark 46 in Patriot colorway. Yeah, that's the thing. Like they're taking existing tooling and they're trying to cram it to fit the specific narrative, to fit within this specific storyline. And I particularly am not a fan of that. And then it's only one photo, and then it's RSVP. And sometimes I get annoyed that when Hot Toys, when they brand something Hot Toys exclusive, I feel like it's an excuse for them to ask us for more money. You know, this could be what, a $420 piece. It's not going to be cheap. For now, I would say I would pass on it. Now, could it show up as a daily deal? Right? People are going to run up to it and pre-order it. And then it'll go on the wait list. And then the minute the invoices go out, it can go back into stock. I'll revisit this one. I'm not particularly sold on this guy. I like the colors. I don't like the cramming of the creative license that they took on this guy. So for now, it'll be a pass. So there's just not enough. There's just not enough of a psychic connection on this guy right here, because there's a lot of suits I want. And I have been forced to pass on certain suits just because of space and just the overabundance of suits. Like, for example, like the Mark V suit, it's been done multiple times. Like, I don't need multiple, the Tony suiting up. I don't need that shit. I just don't. The Mark V to me looks beautiful inside the Hall of Armor under display. So I don't need that suit up version. Now, I do have the Mark VII suit up, the one that opens up where you can see inside. It's gorgeous. They did a great job on that. And then there's another Mark VII with Tony that's flying and the suit is attached to him. That to me, I have to pass. I just don't see that as a benefit to my collection. I have way too many Mark VIIs already. So to me, that's a pass. There isn't Iron Patriot. It's just one of those characters that isn't done very frequently. I think the last time was done from Endgame, right? The Endgame Iron Patriot, or was it War Machine? War Machine / was it War Machine Iron Patriot, or was it just labeled as the War Machine? It's the one that Rhodey used at the end battle for Endgame. So I got to double check on that. And I don't know. I just don't see this guy being cheap. I hate when I see that Hot Toys exclusive tag on there because I feel like they're just going to just hit us from the back on this, and it's just going to hurt. It really is. Unfortunately, it is an exclusive piece unless it sits up to release, like the reissue of the Mark 46 with the new base. Maybe it's a daily deal. It is. It's very 50-50. It's very speculative. It may sit, it may not. There is. I'm leaning towards that it may not sell out very fast. I'm still using the 130 pre-order clause. There's just a ton of shit from Hot Toys right now that's on pre-order. There's a ton. There's a lot. So I don't see this guy. And then Iron Man suits always typically have a habit of sitting around a tad bit longer, simply because there hasn't been a cinematic representation to spur interest in Iron Man right now. And a lot of the fans don't really have a taste for these type of like one-offs and these exclusives. So I feel like it's going to sit. I could be wrong. And if I miss out on him, I'll still sleep at night. I'm just at this point, because I know it's under RSVP right now. There's just too much shit. There's just too much right now. So for now, it'll be a pass. I may revisit this particular character down the road. I may. I am betting on War Machine Mark II issue as the daily deal for months. I mean, that's the problem too, is that there's a lot of iron suits right now under their Sideshow's Black Friday. There's like, I counted like 6 Iron Man suits. Like the Mark I is a Black Friday deal. Like, really? The Mark I? Like, damn, that's the pinnacle suit diecast. And I'm assuming folks just canceled their pre-orders on it, because I felt at one point it was on wait list. And the fact that Sideshow is heavy on the Mark I, like, it's just, it's wild. Thrawn's out of control. I like the psychic connection. I often say I feel it's in my loins when I need a figure, so I know exactly what you mean. It's just tough. And here's the other thing too, why it's so important as collectors now to be very cautious, and to when you're traveling down the road, travel at safe speed and throttle that speed, because you get bullshit like Revan that's not meant to be out till next year around April, and he shows up. So you have to anticipate stupid shit like that. Like it's cool that he's out, but my God, he's like almost 6 months out early. Like that's wild. Like that's just bonkers. And you can't help but wonder that if Hot Toys is pumping them out this early, like they're looking to get paid, balance the books, and the minute that, I mean, hell, they could be airlifting a batch of those just so that Sideshow can send out those invoices and get paid. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have to anticipate surprises like that. And I just don't think that the surprises are going to slow down. I think they're going to get more aggressive as the days go on. Hell, we might even get more pre-order announcements tonight or releases. All right. Yeah, it's a holiday for us, but not for them overseas. They're still churning out the toys for us. It's Iron Patriot. Last minute was changed from War Machine Mark 7 to Iron Patriot for the 2 movie. Okay. I know they did some wacky changes there. The Endgame War Machine is beautiful future. I don't see it in many collections. No, a lot of folks passed on it. I have it. Yeah, I have it. A lot of folks passed on that Endgame War Machine, and I love it. I collect all of the War Machines. I like how beefy and aggressive, and they just look mean as shit. I love them. Thrawn's Office exclusive. I'll take the black and gold. Yeah, I mean, this is something Mark 1 has been on special for like 2 months on Sideshow. Like, it's wild. Like the Mark 1, you never know. Pro Collector. The 000 convert a couple weeks ago. Wow. And the waitlist. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out, Bro Collector. I've had a lot of stuff that I've jumped in on the waitlist. I've had a ton of waitlist conversions, which just tells me that collectors are just simply overwhelmed. I've had the waitlist converted on the 89 Batmobile twice. I've had a lot of stuff. I've had like the Bane. I've had a lot of stuff show up, and I'm just like, and I ignore it. I'm like, no. At the time I thought I wanted it. I'm like, no. I've had a lot of waitlist conversions. And I just do that, just so I can have a second chance to think about it. And when I see so many waitlist conversions coming into my inbox, it just tells me that collectors are overwhelmed. Like, really? You guys all pre-order this stuff. I didn't. This is probably one of my best conservative years when it comes to pre-orders. I've been very, very nitpicky because I don't trust Hot Toys. Again, just look what they did with Darth Revan. Showed up early. Like, no, to me, that's not cool. He showed up early. What else is going to show? What, Star Killer tomorrow? Watch Star Killer show up tomorrow. Lord Star Killer. God, it sucks, right? It just sucks because there's stuff that I want, and it's just, like I said, the ATRT, and there's just a lot of good shit. Yeah, I'm looking through my spreadsheet right now. What about Indiana Jones? I want old man Indiana Jones. That'd be fun. Speaking of 000, you folks know that I did. Let me show you here. I ended up show you here. I ended up USB hacking this guy for shits and giggles. Hold on, to get the cord here. Cord tangle. What's going on? I want to show you what I did here. This is pretty fun. I'm proud of this guy right here. Hold on. Let me plug him in. I still need to find a spot for him in the case. He's sitting over here waiting to get his permanent home. Look what I did. Look at this. Hold on. All right, look at this. Look at this. Is that not cool or what? And I even designed them where he can still turn and the wires don't get. Isn't that? That's one of my best little hacks. Didn't this come out good? I thought this one came out pretty nice. Little turret there, that little ion cannon spurts. But yeah, I thought this guy came out good. And then what's also cool too is that I added a switch for his little pip eye right here. Check this out. Isn't that neat? I added a little switch. I added a little button here. And that way I can just switch his little lights on. There you go. Go. Yeah, little fun guy. Yeah, I gotta find a home for him. He's just sitting over here for now. But yeah, my BT1 droid. I love challenges like that. I see stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh, what can I do? What can I USB hack and stuff, you know? So I also got. I haven't been able to. Maybe I'll do it tonight. The G.I. Joe Dragonfly. The G.I. Joe Dragonfly, and I'm debating on whether or not I should do a video on it. It's not going to be an unboxing. I actually want to change the G.I. Joe Dragonfly. I want to make it into an Area 51 copter. So living here, I live in Las Vegas, folks. And in the middle of the night, sometimes when I'm late gaming, you'll just see black you'll see black helicopters travel in the night. And it's not just one. They always travel like in, it's not even pairs. It's like three. Like they travel like a centipede, like a black helicopter, black helicopter, black helicopter. And you'll see them in the daytime and you'll see them at night. And they're completely black, mysterious. At nighttime, they give off these weird light effect glows. And sometimes they're loud and sometimes they're not. And you'll hear like, you hear like, and I'm going out my window and I'm like, oh, they're, going to recovery. They're recovering some biological entities. It's one of the things, it's just, we all living in Las Vegas and in the city, you're all used to it. Seeing these black helicopters. And what I was going to do is that I was going to take the G.I. Joe Dragonfly and I was going to paint it with Vanta Black. And if any of you out there are familiar with what Vanta Black is, it is like the darkest black you can get. It absorbs light. So I also been researching a little DC. It's a DC motor that, because I do want the propellers to spin, not fast, but I do want the propellers to spin enough that if I have it on an invisible wire, it'll look. So I want to be able to take the G.I. Joe Dragonfly, paint it Vanta Black, add more creepy lights to it. I know at the tail parts of it, there's like, I'm going to add like blinking lights to it and stuff like that. I was going to add the engine thrusters were going to light up, and then I want the propeller to spin. So I might do that. But anyway, that's... And I haven't opened it up yet. I have the one in the back room, and I know that if I open it, I'm going to start, my creative gears are going to start going along, and then I'm going to start to want to do it. So Would you say, oh yes, do a video. All right, so I'll do a video. It's not going to be an unboxing. I'll show you like the before and after of what I do. Because I think it'd be kind of badass to take the G.I. Joe Dragonfly and make it turn into like a military Groom Lake, deep CIA copter that's, investigating crash sites. I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of cool. So I might do it. How long did it take you to do that stuff? For the BT1 droid, this took me 3 days, only because I made resin lenses that needed 24 hours to dry. So I made a resin lens. You can't really see it, but there's actually a pit that I casted. So it looks like it's like an actual lens, but it's just resin. That way, when I embedded the LED light, it would look pretty cool. Yeah. So this was about 3 days. This was fun. I didn't think it was. There's a few challenges to it, but yeah, this was fun. And then just the whole idea that the center, like when you open, if any of you folks have this droid and you pop the dome, there are plastic brackets inside this dome where it looks like Hot Toys wanted to add an LED lamp. And I guess for cost-cutting measures, they didn't include it. In fact, that's like the third time I've seen that. It's really weird. When I USB hack something from Hot Toys, every now and then I'll see evidence of what they were going to do, and then it was abandoned. And the only thing I can come up with is monetary reasons, like it was expensive. I saw it with that. I saw it with the C3PO Return of the Jedi, which is behind me. And then I saw it with the 89 Batmobile. Like there's molded brackets for stuff that's missing. It's kind of like you're an archaeologist, like you open something up and I'm like, oh, it looks like something was supposed to go in here, and then it's not there anymore. And my reason is like, oh, they didn't include it because they wanted to save money. Because the C3PO from Return of the Jedi, that base has molded brackets where it looked like they were going to add LEDs, because that base does light. I added my own light. So my C3PO from Return of the Jedi, that base does light up. And I took advantage of the empty slots in the 89 Batmobile from Hot Toys, and then I modified it. I did a video on that. So to me, that's what gets me. That's what gets me hard. I love being like creative like that. I like figuring out problem solving. And my Black Friday treat to me is the Bamboo Labs printer that's arriving tomorrow. And I want to start, 3D printing stuff and so forth. And I want to start 3D printing parts for certain displays. Like I want to take my displays to that next level and stuff. Thrawn's office. Danoby, my BT1 comes next week. Sell as a kit. My BT1 is pretty badass, though, isn't it? Once you see it light up and then you see what it can do, it kind of like, I hate showing this to you folks out there, because if you do have the BT1, it's like, man, it makes it feel like you are then stuck with like the poor cousin that doesn't light up. When you see that this guy can just kind of light up. And if you want to look where I added the switch. I added the switch in his butthole. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. See? Little switch. I drilled through there, and I just happen to have an extra. I have these switches, and I just touch it, and that's what turns on. That's what turns on his little pit light there. And then the power source. If you can kind of see it right here. Look what I try to make it very droid-like. You can kind of see what I did. See, I don't just butcher my droids. Like, my droids are living, sentient creatures. And oh, I'm going to build a droid factory, 100%, because all my droids are all going to be USB powered, and they're all going to light up and interact with each other and shit. But you can kind of see where I added the power cord right there. See? That way it looks normal. It looks like it works. So anyway, this was fun. A little show and tell, showing you folks out there. This is fun, right? We had some fun today. The legend. There you go. Don't hate. You know, Nate wants one now. Nate, you know, you. Thank you, folks. What do we have? Are we done? I'm surprised I'm not getting blown up with text right now from the familia. And then this guy here, what is this? The Jedi Survivor. Just the blogger. So he just got released, right? Was he a pre-order? This is a release, right? Yeah. Yeah, I did not pre-order this guy. I think I passed on him. The Star Wars Jedi Survivor 160 Purge Trooper Commander. I feel like I have a similar version of this guy. Does that, oh, the helmet's different. I'm looking at the one that came out recently. Okay, it's different. I don't know. I'm kind of cloned out right now with us. It's a quick release. That's what I thought. Thank you, Nate. It's a quick release exclusive. All right. Yeah, it is. Yes. It's a quick release. It was announced so far. Yes, I beat Black Myth Wukong and I got both endings. I was so addicted to that game that I beat both endings. So I earned both endings to that game. So yes, and it was worth it. It was worth it. It broke me, and yeah, it was good. There's a Kenobi variant Purge Trooper. Yeah. I don't. Did you pre-order this guy, Nate? I don't. It looks cool. I like that the helmet lights up though. I kind of, to me, light when a hot toy figures lights up. To me, it gives them that level of likeness to them. Yes, yeah, it was a worthy game. Boy, man, it took a toll on me, I tell you that. And then she got released. This is another League of Legends, right? Is this off the TV show too then? League of Legends. She looks badass, but yeah, I didn't get her. She was a pre-order back in the day. Great work on her though. League of Legends and John Wick. Same thing for John Wick. I have the last John Wick iteration, so I don't need a John Wick 4. I don't care if the suit is tailored differently. Beautiful figure. I have John Wick. In fact, I have him work in security in Joker's Palace. So great figure. Great. I mean, this. If you don't have a John Wick and you want a John Wick, I would say go for this guy. But I just don't see enough of a change to justify having two John Wicks. Even though, I mean, like you look at his face and he goes, "Whoa, that's definitely Keanu Reeves." Whoa. Yeah. No, this was the pass on me. I only need, and I didn't get his little buddy too. Yeah, no, I don't. No. And I think that is it. The last thing I talked about was the, and then Deadpool and Clone Wars and so forth. So I think I'm good. And pre-order to the Jedi Survivor Troopers. Yeah. No. Rooted as an extra wick. Probably. It could. You know. Folks, I had fun tonight. Hopefully you folks have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I appreciate you hanging out with me on this Thanksgiving run. The first one, I think I can pull off another Thanksgiving next year. It'd be kind of cool to have this as a staple. I can do this. Yeah. How do I end it? I'm looking for a fun video here. Here we go. A classic one here.
First time.
He's bluffing.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
Silence! Abomination. As a servant of the Imperium, you will bow at my feet.
Your feet! You'll be lucky to keep your head.